Hi, my name is Emmanuel. I'm one of the technical co-founders of Solva. Solva is a zero-knowledge proof of solvency protocol on Stellar, and in this video, I'm going to show it running live on testnet. In 2022, FTS collapsed with roughly an $8 billion hole in customer accounts. The whole time, it was publishing proof of reserves. And that's the problem. Proof of reserves shows an institution holds assets. It never shows those assets are greater than what it owes. Reserves are not solvency. The solution. Solva is an open protocol that proves solvency. It proves cryptographically that an institution's reserves are greater than or equal to its liabilities. It proves this continuously without revealing a single customer balance, and the proof is verified on-chain on Stellar. The identity we build on is simple. Proof of reserves equals proof of solvency plus proof of liabilities. You have to bind both sides, of the balance sheet in one proof. That is what a healthy reserve figure alone can never do. How does Solva work? Here is how in 4 steps. Attest. A bank signs each reserve balance over open banking, or we read an on-chain holding directly. That signature means the institution cannot forge a reserve it does not hold. Commit. Customer liabilities fold into a Poseidon Merkle Sum Tree. The root binds the exact total owned, and it reveals no individual balance. Proof. A zero-knowledge circuit written in Noir proves reserves are greater than or equal to liabilities, that the committed total matches the tree, and that reserves did not jump more than 10% since the life cycle. Barretenberg turns that into a succinct UltraHonk proof over the BN254 curve. This happens off-chain, where the data lives. Verify. A Solva smart contract verifies the proof on-chain using the native BN254 and the Poseidon host functions Stellar shipped in Protocol 25. Verification costs about 0.04 SLM, a fraction of a cent per proof. Why are we building Solva now? Three things make this moment. Three things: the technology, the demand, and the mandate. The technology. Stellar just made an on-chain ZK verification chip. The demand. Since FTX, every serious institution publishes reserves, but none of it proves they can actually pay. And the mandate. The US Genius Act and the European Union MiCA now require one-to-one reserves and regular disclosure. Solvency is now becoming, is now becoming law. Let's see how this works. Let me show you the whole thing live on Stellar testnet. So here we have two institutions, Meridian Bank and Celestes Exchange. This is a sandbox. Two institutions, each has its own on-chain proof registry account. As you can see, they have their own individual, registry account. They never share one. So one institution cannot read or touch another's proof. So there are three scenarios here: solvent, near breach, insolvent. These smart contracts are existing and they are being deployed on the testnet. So this is a sandbox. So the first is attestation. We connect the Meridian, reserve accounts through a mock open banking bank. Every balance the bank returns is ECDSA signed. The orchestrator, server's orchestrator takes that signature on each read. So a made-up reserve number cannot enter proof. So it checks. So under commit and proof. Now commit and proof. Solva builds the Poseidon Merkle Sum Tree over the liabilities. Then the prover generates the zero knowledge proof off chain. This is the ZK step. The circuit proves reserves are greater than or equal to liabilities, binds the liability total to the tree, and enforces the growth bound, all without exposing a single balance. Yeah, here it is. So this is the first proof generated for Meridian Bank on this mock open banking on this sandbox. We can actually verify on the Explorer. As you can see, this is the contract deployment. This is the first proof generated. So back to here. So verify on chain. The proof is published to the Solva smart contract, which verifies the UltraHonk proof on chain and stores the totals and the commitment routes. Here it is on the public explorer. The transactions, the reserve total, the liability totals, and the fee, a fraction of a cent. Anyone in the world can check this. No account, no permission. It is public. Anyone can actually verify on chain. So here on this Meridian Bank, the reserve is 16 million. The liability is 9 million. So the get latest proof reserve is greater than liability. This institution is solvent. Customer inclusion. A customer can independently check whether they are actually counted. They pass their reference and the contract recomputes their leave up to the published route. If their balance is in the tree, it verifies. If they were left out, it fails. So a customer can detect if an institution understated what it owes and they can learn nothing about anyone's balance. So as you can see here, this customer with the hash committed balance 4 million, inclusion part, it states three sibling nodes to the root. So included in proof one, verifiable on chain, no other balance is what reviewed. All right. So, but for testing insolvency, so solver cannot actually prove a lie. Solver cannot prove a lie. So here, sorry, we select this scenario insolvent and then we connect fetch signs reserve. Now on the point of proof and publish, it will fail. Witness rejected. Reserve are below liabilities. No proof generated. Solver will not prove a lie. So it didn't go through.